great leader here and who has various quantities of facial hair. You'll notice throughout the month, you read the posts from Tom Casasanta.
Well, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our next speaker. She wasn't here for a while. Now she's back, and I was happy to see that she jumped right in back into our Toastmasters family, specifically giving speeches and here to really express herself with the topic of Oh Hack It. So I'm going to be evaluating Allison today. She's doing the level 1 motivational strategies, evaluation and feedback from Pathways. And what she sent me was, things to think about. We've all heard about technology hacks, biohacks, and mind hacks. But today she's going to teach us a mind hack that she recently learned that might help us deal with negative feedback more gracefully. So please welcome Allison back to the
You can't handle the truth. And I mean almost all of you, if you were at our last meeting where Patricia asked us, how many of us liked negative feedback? It was like crickets in here. I looked around and the only other hand I saw raised was Ashish. In a room full of Toastmasters I greatly admire, I'm just going to call you guys out. I'm disappointed in you. Ralph Smeedley, our founder, turned over in his grave. I mean, you guys do know that constructive criticism is central to our organization. Ralph liked to call it the art of constructive criticism. You can call it that. It's negative feedback, an opportunity, a growth area. However you want to sugarcoat it, baby, it's the bad stuff, and you guys don't want to hear it. Do you just want people to be nice to you, or are you trying to get better? And I mean that not just in Toastmasters, but in your life. I know that's hard, but hopefully today you'll be able to rearrange some items on your self map in such a way that you'll be able to raise your hand and say, maybe I like negative feedback just a little bit. I know that sounds crazy to some of you, but watch how this works. These are 2 books that I got because I am fascinated by enlightenment. Sean Webb had an enlightenment experience, and his humor is right up my alley. I recommend these books. I'll put them they're on my handout I'll give you at the end. But I wanted you guys to know that this is where I got the keys that are going to unlock your mind. So the next time you have a constructive criticism experience, you can just say, oh, hack it. Welcome to the filter that's going to change the way you see the rest of your life. The equation of emotion. No longer will your emotions be a mystery to you. Your emotional response, how you are expressing yourself, is simply the difference between your perception of the situation your perception of the situation versus your expectation. Now, sometimes we don't have an expectation, it's more of a preference. I said no pickles, ooh, pickles, they got warm and they're gross. I've been having so much fun with this. Zapping expectations here, changing perceptions there. Hack it, hack it, hack it. This is how you reprogram your mind. My son's rolling up to 5th grade camp right about now, stacking his perceptions up against his expectations. Maybe I'll get a phone call later, I don't know. You guys are all smart people. You've probably run into some situations through this already. But I want you to take it back to some of your negative feedback experiences. I'm sure you have plenty of them, just pick one of them and remember how that felt. Think about your expectations, your preferences, and your perceptions of that situation. And honestly, see how you did that to yourself. You can start to change the way you think about something now and feel better about it. You can change the way you think about something in the future now and feel better about it. It's all in your mind. Now earlier, if you remember, I referred to your self map. In essence, this is where you store your expectations and your preferences. And, this is actually a real thing in your body. Your limbic system needs to know what it's protecting in order to turn on your fight or flight mechanism. And lucky for us, it's dynamic. and inevitably we can find somebody that values the same things as we do. Like Ashish and myself have figured out how to value negative feedback. He's like me and always wanting to progress, to expand, and to be more. The essence of life is evolution, and I don't think I can get better by myself. I need all of you guys and the people in my life to give me the indicators that I need in order to be better. And at the end of the day, I'm the captain of my own ship, and I'll decide whether I apply it or not. So do me a favor and tell me how I can be better. Here's a peek into some of the ideas that I've developed over the course of my lifetime that have softened my experiences around negative feedback. There's a lot on here, but I want to draw you to my central core philosophy in my life of alchemy and changing the bad into good. Anybody can take the good things that happen to them. That's easy, the good vibes. But true success in my mind is taking the negative things and turning them into something good. And then nothing we ever live or experience isn't for the well-being of before us. And in that way, you're almost invincible. So my fellow SOAR Toastmasters, guests, Ralph Sweetley, wherever you are, I do think you guys can handle the truth. Any change, anybody feel any better about negative criticism? Maybe if I call it constructive criticism? Tom had his hand half raised last time, but this isn't hand grenades. So, thank you. Please do my survey at the end. Honestly, I'll use it to my advantage. And I have homework for you guys. I want you to take these questions with you. Dig deep into them and know thyself better than anyone else. So the next time you have a constructive criticism experience, no one can take you off your path because you'll know who you are and what you stand for.